Tillman, and I'm excited. I am terrifically excited because tonight is a very special night. Tonight we're going to learn some detailed information about what happens, how it happens, and how big it happens when we start talking about money. A lot of people don't like to talk about money. Most of those are people who don't have any. The ones that really get excited about it are the ones that know that there's promise there. There's a path to their own wealth and a chance for them to enjoy the best fruits of life. Tonight we're going to be able to learn more about that and how you and I can enjoy all of this. We're going to start off with a gentleman who knows a lot about this, has a history of understanding this, also has the talent to tell us how we can get involved. I'm going to ask right now Mr. Mark Willitson to speak with us. Mark.
Good evening, Jim. Thank you so much for the introduction. Welcome, fellow Elepreneurs. This is an exciting evening to be to this point. You know, we're just a few weeks into this journey. A lot of you have heard me describe it as really a field of dreams in the direct selling arena, the health and wellness products arena. Travel, everything about it has been so amazing along the way. You know, from the first time my wife Judy and I met Robert and listened to Robert, and as he painted this picture of creating this incredible company that is fixing the things that can be made better in a great industry, or what was already a great industry. You know, we just had to be part of that. And in addition to just wanting to be part of that, to actually have such a profound product experience as I had, it's been life-changing for me. You know, I know you've all heard about that. And, you know, one of the things that happened along the way on this journey is it's attracting great people. I am convinced that all of you here on this call are meant to be here. We're all a piece of this puzzle. And, you know, unexpectedly on this journey, a friend had contacted me that I hadn't talked to in a couple of years. And he came to me at a time when I needed a phone call, or I needed somebody to reach out. And never expected what happened as a result of that. But obviously the universe was speaking to them, because his name is Jim DeVille. And in that process, Jim and his lifelong best friend from college, Mr. John Pinkert, showed up right here in Dallas at the headquarters. And it couldn't have been better, because when John and Robert came together and they were thinking alike, had a lot of the same thoughts, almost finishing each other's sentences. Who better to represent our company, to represent all of us as Elepreneurs, than Mr. John Pinkert? And now I would love to turn the call over to John. He's an incredible servant leader. And John, are you there?
Well, good evening, Mark. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you, Jim Tillman, for your faithfulness and your loyalty to the what I call the Robert Oblon Project. You know, you guys, this did not happen by accident. I don't believe that anything happens by accident. As Mark said, I believe that all of you are here for a purpose. There's a reason that you're on this call. There's a reason that you're attracted to this amazing company, and it didn't happen overnight. I have watched some amazing leaders be attracted to this company. Mr. Oblon has put timeless hours, time and energy and resources into getting this company to a place where we can be best in class. So it was true once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's a privilege to be speaking to you tonight from the corporate offices here in Plano, Texas. And I've got to tell you, I'm very pleased and privileged to be surrounded by great leaders in the industry. Mark and Judy Willitson. Tremendous leaders, what they've been able to accomplish here in such a short period of time. Some of the best leaders I've seen in this industry. I've got over 25 years in network marketing, 25 years as a Fortune 500 corporate guy, and I've never seen a talent pool that has been attracted to one place at one time with the greatest of opportunities. And so tonight, you guys with anticipation have gotten on this call we know we have hundreds of people, not just around the country, but around the world on this call in anticipation of what we've been promising to bring to market. We're not a company that wanted to be a Me Too company. We wanted to be a differentiator. As Robert often says, we want to have a blue ocean strategy. And so what we had to do to be a differentiator, to create something extraordinary, is to not accept the compensation plans that the industry has created as just standard comp plans. Most of you are familiar with compensation plans, unilevel, binary, matrix. You guys, these comp plans are designed with breakage in mind. And so when Robert turned to us and said, create a compensation plan that really tries to eliminate that breakage, let's create an opportunity so that the average person who doesn't have network marketing experience, the junior and the senior leaders in this space of relationship marketing, have an opportunity to create residual income for their families. And beyond that, we wanted to create wealth. It wasn't good enough to try to create $100 or $200 or $300 a month for people. Yes, that's a game changer. Yes, that could change so many people's lives, but we want to give everyone an opportunity for true wealth, to be a part of a wealth creation system. That really is what the Elepreneur experience is about, is the pursuit of happiness, health, and wealth. And so tonight, I have the privilege of talking about the compensation plan. But I have to tell you, in the almost 30 years now of business experience that I have, there is no opportunity that doesn't begin with a great product. You must have a good product in the marketplace that solves a problem. We believe that we have the best-in-class products, and now tonight we're going to introduce best-in-class compensation plan. It's really a reward system. As I mentioned, Robert asked us to become differentiators, blue ocean strategy. Let's not get caught up in the breakage models that exist in the industry. Let's change the industry with a blue ocean strategy, and that strategy is what we're going to roll out tonight. What we've done is we've taken the breakage and we've really offered it on the front end. We call it a front end reward. And so I see that you guys have on the screen in front of you, you have an overview that I'm not going to read verbatim, but I just want you to understand that there are some differentiators. There's some big highlights in our compensation plan that nobody's ever done before. We have an opportunity tonight to talk about the lucrative comp plan that really gives you a one-to-one ratio of the dollars that you spend in the commission volume. A lot of companies don't do that. They really reward you with a percentage of your dollars spent. And so our compensation plan is going to reward you on the residual basis, your commissionable volume in a one-to-one ratio. We're going to give you an opportunity to earn commissions on the dollars that are spent in our company. We have taken a strategy that really divorces rank advancement from your commission structure. And so you're going to have an opportunity to create extraordinary incomes without the problematic systems of recruiting enormous downlines or volume requirements. We're really going to reward you for helping us build this business. This is a startup in essence. We're launching not only our domestic footprint, but we've already started our global footprint. I believe that we're going to be the fastest company to launch our global initiatives. I think we'll break every record in the industry. We'll be the fastest to 100 million, 200 million. I believe we're going to be the fastest to $1 billion. And so that's a testament again to the amazing leaders that have really been attracted to us here on the Elepreneur journey. And so again, we want a fair and lucrative compensation plan. Robert, I want you to go to the next page so that we can begin to get into this comp model. Remember, I said a lot of companies survive on their breakage, and what we want to do is we want to put the breakage on the front end. And so what we've done is we've allowed you really to leverage, use one of the things that I know in creating wealth, you have to leverage other people's time or other people's money. And so tonight we're going to talk about how you leverage other people's time. It doesn't take a lot of time, but you know, if you give 100%, we're going to give you an opportunity to earn 110. Imagine that, 110%. How do we do that? Well, again, we're going to reward you for your efforts. If you want to go out and build our company, we pay a very generous 20% commission structure in our compensation plan. but we're also going to reward you for the relationships that you bring to us. As you bring one person to us, your first Elepreneur business partner, that unlocks a 22% reward in the form of a check match. If they go out and earn an income or residual income in our business model, let's say they make $1,000 a month, we're going to reward you with $220. So as they help us build our company, we're going to reward them with a handsome commission, and we're also going to reward you with a 22% commission. This front end, most of you have seen this, I call it page one. You've watched us on the Zoom calls. You've kind of seen us break this down, but tonight you're going to get all 3 pages. I'm just initiating this foundation that we've laid. We think it's the most lucrative comp plan in the industry that really rewards people for helping us build our company. So as you attract your second team member now into the Elepreneur family, we're going to reward you with a 44% check match on what we pay them in a residual fashion. So now, as those people go out and help us build our company, they're going to earn a generous commission, and we're going to reward you not just one time in terms of a one-time bonus, but we're actually going to reward you in a residual fashion every single month, 44%. So imagine that. You know, you haven't really done anything to build the business. You're not really selling a lot of product, but you've brought us business builders, and we want to reward you for the behavior, 44%. And again, you're not seeing volume requirements to achieve those rewards. You're not seeing having to build out massive organizations. With just 2 people, you can earn a 44% commission. That takes us to really the third team member. This third team member is when we begin to unlock the infinity bonus codes in our compensation plan. We increase your reward now is not on your first 2, but it's on your best 2. Most of you in business know that your first 2 people might not be your highest income earners. And so from here forward, that third person unlocks a code where we actually search at the end of each month your best 2 check matches, and we check match you in this scenario on your third team, 66% on your best 2, and then that personally sponsored third Elepreneur unlocks the 20% commission code again, and then that goes to infinity, and I'm going to show you that as we move on to the next page. I don't want to move on to the next page yet, but as we get into the next page, you're actually going to see how this duplicates to infinity as we reward other people for bringing people into our business and give them the 44 and 66% bonuses. We're actually coding commissions up to you to infinity, and that's an extraordinary concept where you have almost a perpetual motion business opportunity. So the fourth person unlocks an additional reward for you as you bring in your fourth Elepreneur into the Elepreneur family. We're going to give you an 88% check match on your best 2, and then the other 2 generate this commission structure at a 20% commission. Let's go to the next page and show what the 5th person actually does. This 5th person kind of completes our cycle or our wheel. You know, the great Jim Rohn said that you're a sum total of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. They influence you, and they have the most impact on your thoughts, and your thoughts obviously are what we use to form our words and our actions and ultimately our destiny. So I want to encourage you guys to surround yourself with 5 amazing people. Go out and complete the cycle. You give us 100% effort, we actually reward you with 110% check match on your best 2. I've never seen a comp plan that does that in this industry. Sometimes they'll reward you for 1 or 2 people, but we're not just going to reward you for any 2 people. We're going to actually sort every month to give you your highest earners so that you earn 110% of each one of their paychecks. So you guys can do the math. You can see how extraordinary that's going to be. And then the other 5 personally enrolled, the 3, 4, and 5, that unlocks this 20% commission check that I'm talking about. So the first 2 become the best 2 as you begin to build. You can build infinity width and infinity depth. So let's go to the page 2 now. This is really an exciting opportunity for us to show you page 2. And I want everybody to take a deep breath, because whenever you look at something the first time, especially when you're talking about percentages and numbers and circles, and in this diagram they're pentagrams, it's sometimes a lot to digest. I'm going to split this up a little bit. I'm going to take the first piece and then let my best friend Jim DeVille handle the second piece, and then I'll come in with the third Efinity Team Reward, or actually, Jim, you're going to do the third one. I'll do the first two. What are you guys looking at? Well, right in front of you, you're looking at you and your position. And in this hypothetical example, we're just going to run, because you can run Infinity, you can get as many Elepreneurs as you want. We just chose 10 people in the example. So if you look at your level 1 going across, you have your personally sponsored Elepreneurs. There's 10 of them. And right away, you should notice that there's 2 light blue colored Efinity direct check matches. Those are your best 2 in this particular month example. Because you have more than 5 people, you qualify for 110% check match on their earnings. Imagine some of the top income earners that you guys have worked with in this industry. Imagine having an opportunity to create a 110% check match on the commissions they generate for the company. And so in this example, you see you can recruit as many people as you want, and literally the best 2 get sorted, you get check matched on them, and then the 20% commission engine, or we call it a commission calculator, are generated on those orange or perhaps yellow pentagrams on your screen. As you're looking down through the genealogy, you can see that level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, there's a best 1 and 2 that are also, in this example, the third position, their best 2 are what they're check matching. And so we've shown that how the best 2 get check matched up through the sponsorship, and we feel like that is an incredible opportunity for each Elepreneur that has joined us on this journey. And so that's really the page 1 portion, and you're seeing it now in full dynamic view of what it would look like in your organization. The next piece is our Infinity depth, where literally this is our perpetual motion piece for the Efinity B1s and B2s, the 20% calculators. The Efinity calculator rewards you with 20%. Some of you have seen me draw that on a whiteboard where your third person gets 2. In this case, remember, we pay 100% commissionable volume, 1-to-1 ratio for dollars spent. So if everybody in this example were to spend $100 on auto ship, that would give you they would give you a 20% commission if everybody's on $100 auto ship. And then as those yellow pentagrams, I'm trying to say circles and squares, and they're neither. So as they go down through the levels, those 20% commissions, they forward up to you. So you're literally making 20% all the way down to infinity. You could go 1,000 levels deep, and on those B1s and B2s, that 20% is actually coded up to you. That's a really important differentiation in our compensation plan. You have Infinity coding on this that codes back up to you. And of course, those people are giving up the code to get their 44% check match. And so as they unlock that check match feature, remember, that's funded in a large part with other companies would normally take that as breakage to their bottom line. We're rewarding you with that up to 110% check match. So the Efinity calculator now, if you're looking on the screen, you realize that, oh my goodness, I'm actually making a 20% commission on 3 to infinity for level 1. So all of my personals, I'm making 20% on them, and their first 2, I get 20% on them, and their first 2, and their first 2, and so on and so on. And so it's really infinity depth. So as you're looking at this depiction, hypothetical, of getting 10 people that all go out and begin to build their businesses, you're seeing not only the 110% check match, but also this 20% residual income that literally drives down to infinity on each of your personally sponsored Elepreneurs. We've done it for PE 6, but it really goes out to PE 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to infinity, infinity width and infinity depth. The truth is, you guys, no one's ever seen a compensation plan like this. This is not a compensation plan that you could have gone out and just, created an MLM company and gone to a software house and had it developed. We had teams of people, leaders come in and help us go through this as we would continue to beta test and whiteboard all of the different nuances in this comp plan to make sure that we were paying out the maximum. We really want to create an opportunity for people to create extraordinary residual incomes, and we knew we had to have a comp plan that would pay that out. And for me, I have a chance to introduce my best friend, who's Mr. Jim DeVille. We've been best friends for 30 years. We've been together, and we've run a lot of comp plan models. And I used to laugh with Robert. I said, Robert, we used to break comp plans. We used to find the holes in them and leverage that. We're not used to writing them. And so without him, this compensation plan would not be possible. He's really done the layman's work. He's really dug in and gone deep to pick up the different nuances to ensure that the new person, it doesn't matter if they're 800 levels deep and 800 levels wide, he's very concerned about making sure that that person unlocks their 110% check match on all levels. And so I'm going to have him come on and explain the second generation of 110% check match, because up until now, you guys have just seen check matches on your best two, and no one's ever seen the check matches on the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to infinity wide, and how that duplicates in depth, because your third person has a third person, your fourth person has a fourth person, your fifth person has a fifth person. And we have a check match feature now that check matches every single person in your organization. So with that, Jim DeVille, come on and explain the team 22% check match reward.
Hey, thanks, John. Have you got me? You hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
All right, perfect. So excited to be with everyone tonight. This is a really big night, and I hope everyone here appreciates everything that's gone into this, because without the help of a whole lot of people, this wouldn't be possible. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to come on and kind of share with people my favorite part of this compensation plan. I truly believe that over time, as we evolve and we grow out teams and we grow some larger and larger teams, that this will become the largest single portion of income in our paychecks. And it's really the part that we don't talk about, because if you have seen John lay out his circles to 5 and to show the $576 check match, you realize that the average person can come in and create a very nice residual income, and that's pretty cool. But the truth is that when you see what happens here, you realize that we believe we're going to pay the largest paychecks in the history of the industry, and a big part of that's what we're going to talk about right now. So when you look at this diagram and you look up at the top row, you see the yellow pentagons, and you see them also circled in the dark blue. Now the dark blue on this is very important, because that dark blue symbolizes 22% check match. So it really ties in with the first parts that John was talking about, because every position in this company is going to pay a 20% commission. Okay, every position in this company is going to pay 110% check match. Now, obviously, you've seen with the B1s and B2s, your best ones and best twos, you're going to earn the 110% check match. But on everyone outside of the ones and twos, and remember, the ones and twos are the infinity depth that pay the 20% commission. Everyone outside of those for 5 levels then will be receiving 22% or another 110% check match on each and every position. So as you start drilling into this, when you realize that outside of the ones or twos, it's 22%. So whatever their earnings are, now remember, their earnings are on infinity depth ones and twos, just like that 6, as that's laid out here in the scenario that John was just representing. So the key to this comp plan really was the initial model that this was based on. It did have some check match features in it, but what it did is it bypassed you and it pushed things up above. So when you look at your B1 and your B2, so if you go over to the diagram that comes down off the B1 pentagon there, and you see the B1s and the B2s, and you see that stack of 3 pentagons that say 22% check match. See, what we've done is we've changed this comp plan from a breakage model, and we funneled that B1 back through you. So now you are able to earn those 5 levels at 22% of everyone else, even though you got to check match your best person at 110%. You're now going to check match all of their income earners outside of those ones and twos for 5 levels. So that's an exciting piece. But the really big piece is when you look at the other side and you realize what happens coming down off of your 8, which happens to come off of your 1 and your 4 and your 9 and your 10, and literally every position that you would ever create to infinity with. And that's, again, 5 levels of a 22% check match. So your first level would, on that diagram, is your personally enrolled 8. And then your second level is the 3, 4, 5 blue pentagons underneath that on the first level. The second level then are all of there. So literally, as we start going down, we will be able to check match thousands of people. So if we break this down into the simplest of terms, and we say that, what if, if you've seen John do his 576, I can make it even simpler for you, because if you only sponsored 5 people and all they did was order dose, so they had 80 in monthly volume, you would be eligible on your 3, 4, 5 for a $16 commission, or a total of $48 per month in earnings. But what if each one of your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 did exactly the same thing? They each went out and got 5 people that were simply ordering dose, and those 5 went out and got 5 people that were simply ordering dose, and those 5 and those 5, so that you went out 5 complete levels away from yourself with just simply bringing on 5 people, and they weren't bringing on customers, they weren't doing anything special. Okay, now if you've been paying attention to the original part of the comp plan, you realize that those original people are making a whole lot more than $48 a month. But let's leave it at that. Let's say that you only have 5 positions and you're earning $16 because of that dose off of your 3, 4, 5 for $48 a month. Well, by the time you go out 5 levels from you, with each group getting their 5, that's over 2,300 check matches already. Okay, now if those people were simply ordering or earning $48 per month for 12 months, okay, that's a really big number when you start multiplying that out. It's over $1.3 million. But that 22% check match to you, remember, this is just off of those people earning $48. That 5-level check match is worth over $290,000 per year. That's just from this one piece of this compensation plan. So it's really going to be crazy, because we're going to have people that don't just go 5 wide. They just don't go 10 wide. They go 20, 50. We'll have people that go 200 wide on their front line, and they'll be eligible for 5 levels at 22%. And when you realize that in this industry, they call it the bell curve, that your top income earners tend to come in on levels 4 and 5. What this single feature does, it allows you to check match all of your top income earners at 22%. It's an absolutely incredible feature, never been seen in the industry before. And again, like I said, remember, all of those check matches are on infinity depth 20% commission. So it's going to be staggering what this piece is able to create. So John, I know that I can't nearly do this justice. There's no way for me to really explain this. It's going to happen over time for people, but when they grasp it, they're going to realize that the single best thing they can do is not worry about the details and just go out and run and bring people in. So I'm going to hand it back to you. Appreciate everything you're doing for us.
Well, Big Jim, thanks a lot. You guys, it's so exciting to watch how lucrative this comp plan is. And I already know, even when I'm watching it, I understand how the payouts work. And it's a little bit overwhelming. It's a lot of percentages and a lot of pentagons, and you're not really sure. And honestly, the reason we're showing you this is to give you the confidence that this compensation plan is unlike anything you've ever seen, and it's going to pay out. Each position is designed to pay 20% commission and either 110% check match on the commission, or 5 levels of 22% check match, which actually equals 110. When we're looking at this business model, you're looking at Elepreneurs, people that have decided to embrace the business opportunity. Truth is, in this compensation model, we already know with the extraordinary products that we have, with our partnership with Sean Aker, Pursuit of Happiness, and Dose, we know that our customer base is going to explode. I fully expect that for every Elepreneur you get on the journey, you're going to get 2 or 3 customers. Just so that you know, all of the orange pentagrams, the PE 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, they can be customers. The revenue and income that customers create come in at 20%. They go into your bottom line, so they pay you a 20% commission for every customer that you get. Guess what happens? That's right. Your sponsor, 110% check match if you're one of their best two, and they receive a 22% commission, or excuse me, check match if you're not, and then the other 4 people above them get 22, 22, 22, 22. So I don't want to belabor that point. I just want you guys to understand that this is the most lucrative compensation plan in the industry. This is what it really looks like. This is page 2 that I've been talking about for months, and the reason I don't whiteboard is because it's just crazy. The kinds of checks that are going to be issued in this company are unprecedented. Nobody has ever seen the kind of payouts that are going to happen if you do what most relationship marketers do, and that share amazing products to help change people's lives, is get people to try our product. Our product's going to give them an amazing experience. You're going to create an unprecedented number of customers, and then of course some of them are going to want to be Elepreneurs and take advantage. And so with that, I'm going to go to the next slide, which is the most exciting slide. These are the rank advancements that I told you on the beginning of my conversation that, you know what, we divorced ourselves from rank advancement, and we did. We're going to pay a commission structure. We're going to reward you with check matches, and we're not going to require all the hoops, loops, and trapdoors of recruiting requirements. You don't have to recruit 10 people in here. Heck, you could build an extraordinary income just on your customer base. You don't have to have volume requirements in order to unlock those multiple levels of check matches. That's not what we're doing here. We have taken a traditional business approach. We're going to pay you in a traditional business fashion, but now page 3 is really recognition piece. For those of you that embrace this opportunity, that you want to go build the opportunity, we have our business partner level rank advancements for recognition. You're going to be able to earn amazing ranks in our company, lifestyle bonuses, global bonus pools. I'm going to walk you through that. But the first position is our star position. Right now, really the wisdom of Robert Oblon and what he's doing, I am so excited about the convention coming up on March 2nd and 3rd. Right now, for those of you that aren't checking your emails, if you bring 3 Elepreneurs to the party, meaning you go out and get 3 new Elepreneurs on any pack, we're going to upgrade your tickets to VIP. You guys, that's unprecedented. No one's ever seen what we're going to do in this convention. You can elevate your tickets to VIP by getting 3. And that, I mentioned that because after we run that promotion, we're going to have a star program, which is going to be kind of the same. Our whole business philosophy, the whole compensation engine runs on get your 3, become a star. Help those 3 become a star. You're a rising star. Help create 3 rising stars. You're a shooting star. And so we're going to have that promotion. We're also going to reward you with shares of stock in our parent company. And just got reminded that it's super VIP. You guys, it is super VIP that we're going to upgrade you to. That package is defined in the emails. I know that we're going to have a dinner with Mr. Oblon and Sean Acor. You guys, Sean's going to be there to sign our books that we're going to give out at the convention. I'm not going to talk about the convention because I'm hoping our noble ambassador is going to come on and do that. But let me just run through the ranks very quickly. All of our ranks, the maximum you can get from any one leg is 50% of that volume to hit these ranks. We have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, black diamond, royal black, and then you get up into the big time executive bonuses, ambassador, crown ambassador, royal crown, and triple crown. What I'm going to do is highlight our diamond position. Excuse me, I'm going to highlight our platinum position. Right now, for those of you that got in before January 1st, you're in line for our promotion that really grandfathers in the old Elevosity pioneers that have come on board and been loyal and faithful, and we decided, you know what, everybody deserves a shot at that. I've never been a part of a company that rewards you in such an extraordinary fashion, also gives you an opportunity to earn 250,000 shares of our parent company. For those of you that come in and met Robert Oblon, you understand our strategy, diversified holding company and sharing services, and all of our business partners. You're going to get rewards for doing business with our other partners. But For this piece, the recognition rank advancement piece, let's take a look at that platinum level. It's 20,000 volume. And again, our volumes are monthly. So as your organization builds and you hit 20,000 in volume, 50% is the max volume you can pull from any one leg. You're going to hit that platinum, and you can do it anytime in the next 3 months, January, February, or March. We're going to award you the 72,000 shares of Sharing Services stock. You're going to, that begins our lifestyle bonus, you guys. You're going to get $400 in monthly bonus. You can spend it. Some people call it a car bonus, a boat bonus, or a house payment bonus, but we go from $400 all the way up to $3,300 at the ambassador level. That's monthly lifestyle bonus to reward you for helping us build our business. We also have one-time bonuses in our pool as you begin to build our business. As you hit these levels, starting at gold, you need to hit them 2 months in a row. On the second month that you hit at gold, we're going to give you a $500 one-time bonus. The platinum level gives you $2,000, diamonds $5,000, all the way up to Royal Crown Ambassador, which is a $100,000 one-time bonus. So our one-time bonuses run from $500 to $100,000. Every company I've ever been in has a global bonus pool. Usually it's 1 or 2%. We have a 4% global bonus pool. So if we're putting 4% of our revenue into a global bonus pool that the leaders of our company will share in. Beginning at Royal Black Diamond, you can earn 1 share of each of these 5 pools. We're taking 4% and splitting it up into 5 pools. And as you hit Royal Black Diamond, Ambassador, Crown Ambassador, Royal Crown Ambassador, you can earn 1 share of these pools. Those pools are extraordinary rewards for rank advancement and rank achievement. Very, very exciting. And then again, we're also going to reward you with shares of stock in our company. As you help us build our business, we're going to help build your retirement, as you can earn up to 250,000 shares of our stock Sharing Services. And so there'll be more details on our parent company that has really given us a unique strategy, that blue ocean strategy, to be a major differentiator in this industry. We decided, let's reward people like a traditional business for bringing their relationships to us. And so I hope you guys have enjoyed this rollout of really page 2 and page 3. I know it's very complex, but in the end, if you just take it one bite at a time, it can be very simple yet very lucrative. This is the most lucrative comp plan I've ever seen. We've taken the best comp plans and run it side by side and paralleled it. This pays 3 to 4 times more than the best comp plans I've ever seen. And so very lucrative opportunity. Welcome to the Elepreneur family. We are just excited to have you come to our convention as we begin to reward people with their lifestyle bonuses and with their, I'd like to see everybody come across stage and let Robert give you 72,000 shares in our parent company. So with that, I want to hand it back, I think, to Jim Tillman, because Jim's going to introduce our next guest. So Jimmy, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here. And I think really we've finally gotten to the point where we're going to be able to bring on the gentleman who had made all of this possible. I don't know about you, but my head is spinning with all the opportunity that we see for a future that we probably had never even dared to dream about. Now it's a future that belongs to us. And it does because somebody had the vision, had the understanding, had the courage, and even had the energy to put together all of this just for us. The gentleman that made all of this possible is a gentleman that I think everybody knows in terms of his name, but I don't know if you really understand just how incredible the commitment is that he has made to you and to me. With that in mind, I'd like to ask our leader, our CEO, Robert Oblon. Are you there?
Good evening. Thank you for having me, Mr. Tillman, as usual. Thank you, Jim and John and Mr. Willerton. It's been an interesting ride. I'm excited. You know, here we are on the 8th day of January, and we're already breaking the records that, well, we're breaking our own records. I don't think we're doing any industry records yet, but it's been an epic first 8 days, coming out of what is arguably one of the most prolific Decembers maybe in direct selling. You know, most companies don't grow by tenfold in December like we did. But yet tonight is a special night. You know, we've been working on this plan for months now, as you all know. We officially launched it on December 13th. So your compensation is based on this plan already. So it's not like it went live tonight because we're showing you the visuals. It's been in effect since December 13th. And as a note, this document that you're looking at is not the final. We literally up until about 6:30 tonight, we're still fine tuning it. We're waiting for legal and some other nuances. So this call is being recorded. It'll be in your BMS. If not tonight, I don't know if they're still up there in Florida, but for sure tomorrow. And within the next 72 hours or so, we'll have you. We'll give you the final download PDF version. Please don't. You know, I know a bunch of people probably screenshotting this stuff. Don't start posting it yet. I know it's exciting. You can talk about it, but let's not post it. What I want to talk about next is the rest of the compensation plan. There's a couple other things that we didn't talk about, and that's, you know, one of my favorite parts of what we're doing is the divorce of the rank qualifiers, which has never been done. I can't find anybody that has been a part of any company in direct selling that didn't have a rank qualifier to earn money, and we don't. So all of these, what John just went through, the rank advancement portion is really just based on recognition. Frankly, we're going to be really heavy on recognition starting pretty soon, actually, because there's already people doing extraordinary things. But really, it's about the bonuses. John just went through the bonuses for everything other than the next two that I'm going to share with you. And one of the most relevant things that we can help people in their journey of elevating their health, wealth, and happiness is insurance and insurance coverage. And, you know, we really recognize the challenges that are out there here in the U.S. This part is mostly a U.S. component, but there are significant challenges, as you all know, from the standpoint of, you know, tens of millions of people that don't have health insurance coverage at all, and tens of millions of more that don't have adequate health insurance. And so this next program and gentleman that I'm going to introduce onto the call is going to share with you what you might say is kind of like a gap between our incredible health benefits card, which is just that. It's a health benefits card. It helps you get discounts on pretty much everything in, you know, this health sector. And then there's, of course, full-blown, you know, dare I say, expensive health insurance coverage, which too many people don't have. This, what we are now getting ready to roll out and offer is sort of a gap in between those two things. And to help us talk about the new Hooray Health program exclusively for you as Elepreneurs is Mr. Jim Campbell. Jim Campbell's on the line with us. Jim, are you there?
Yes, sir. I am here. Exciting news.
Exciting news. So Jim, as you may or may not know, is also the owner of the vitamin patch that you are all using. So Jim Campbell has been a part of this mission for some time now. But his real claim to fame, his background and experience is health insurance, much more than vitamin patches, I guess, Jim. But I would love for you to share Hooray Health with our audience and take it away.
Well, great. Thank you, Robert. I'm really excited to be here, and it's been great to see the evolution of the business over the past several months and the acceleration of the organization. So Hooray Health is a plan that was designed for people that are kind of in no man's land, right? So you've got I learned this today. I guess I knew it all along, but I read it again. But 50% of the population earns less than $15 an hour. So if that gives you any indication of the opportunity, not only to grow the business, but also the desperation that some of them face with not having access to affordable care, well, that's why we created Hooray Health. This plan was designed so that people could use it. As you know, you may or may not know, actually, that the Affordable Care Act was intended to be a solution for the masses. The reality is there's a lot of people that are phased out. There's still 13% of the population that's uninsured, and 73% of them are employed. So they have insurance offered through their employer, they just can't afford it. Either they can't afford the deductible that's, in the employer market's $3,000 or more, and in the individual market, it's now $7,350. So between premiums for a family of four, plus the deductible, you're approaching $25,000, $30,000 before they see a benefit. So the challenge is that wages grew by 35% over the past 10 years. You've got deductible spending has grown by 229% because those deductibles have gotten bigger, so they're transferring more of the risk to the consumer. And then the deductibles themselves have grown. So what a lot of people don't realize is 46% of the population is between, this would be a family of four, is between $46,000 and $90,000. So those folks, that's $100,000, $90,000 to $100,000 is a pretty good living, but they are faced with that $25,000 bill before anything's covered. So what we've done is we've taken, go ahead and go to the next slide, Robert, or whoever's driving. We've created a provider network of urgent care centers. What we've seen in the urgent care space is that industry's doubled over the past 5 years. So they've gone from 4,000 to over 9,000 network urgent care centers across the country. So we started working on building an exclusive network of urgent cares and retail clinics to provide services. So no matter where you are, it's a $25 copay when you go to one of our urgent care centers, and there's no balance billing. My little girl is a horseback rider, and she fell off her horse and broke her leg. And to date, we've incurred, this was prior to Hooray Health launching, we've incurred a little over $2,000 of out-of-pocket expenses from that one situation, and there's no surgery. Under Hooray Health, it would be a $25 copay, and that's it. The rest would be covered. So it's an amazing plan. Go ahead and go to the next slide. We've made it easy to use as well. So there's a mobile application on the Apple Store and the Play on iTunes and the Google Store. And if you'll go there, you can download the Hooray Health app. You can look for a provider, and it'll geolocate you, and you can see, in this example, Primacare is a urgent care in the Dallas area. So they have on-site labs, X-rays. They're open on weekends. So times when people need to find a healthcare provider, they can use this urgent care plan. We have a concierge service, so you see the Call Now button. If you click the Call Now button, it'll connect you with one of our paramedics or EMTs. They're going to triage the call, and they're going to recommend an appropriate level of care. So they may be able to handle it over the phone and get you a prescription for, say, a high fever or something of that nature. And if they think you need to go to an urgent care, they're going to send you to the closest one, and then they're going to send that triage report to that urgent care center, and then give them a call, let them know that you're on the way. So once you finish that, you can actually go to the prescription savings section and find a prescription a pharmacy nearby, and you can access prescription savings right off the mobile app. Walk into the pharmacy and buy it right on the spot. Go ahead and go to the next slide. So 24/7 live access, paramedic and EMT coordinators. They're bilingual. There is physician oversight, so there's a group of physicians that manage these providers. There's the triage software. There's so many great benefits. Probably the biggest one is that there's no deductible and there's only a $25 copay and no balance billing. So easy to use. You know, in this modern era, people expect to be able to use it and when they're ready. So services include physician exam, prescription writing, lab tests, x-rays, IV therapy, injection therapy, wound debridement, laceration, limb casting. So my daughter broke her leg. We had to get a temporary cast put on. The swelling had to go down. Then she went to the orthopedic doctor, and from that point forward, her treatments have progressed very nicely. But all of that's covered under the plan. So this is a health insurance plan. This is not a discount plan. It's not major medical. It does have some limitations, but it's a great plan, easy to use, and we're excited to offer it to the organization. And so let's talk about the cost. So we've done something very special for the Elepreneurs. Actually, Robert has done something very special for the Elepreneurs. We've been able to issue a group plan to the organization, and through that group plan, you're getting a reduced rate. So you can't go to hoorayhealthcare.com and buy the plan for the same rates you're getting. There's no enrollment fee. We typically have a $25 enrollment fee, and so it's a lower rate. You can have coverage the first of the following month once you enroll. So if you enrolled next week, you could have coverage the 1st of February. So it's a pretty great plan. We're excited. Again, no deductible, $0 copay for telemedicine or telephonic triage and consults, a $25 copay for the visits. And you can use an urgent care. Also, we have CVS Minute clinics nationwide, and we're adding urgent cares on every single week. Literally, we have 800 new urgent cares coming on board. We expect to have them finalized by the end of this month. So exciting things to look forward to save you money on healthcare.
So, Jim, thank you for that. A quick question, just to clarify what I think I've heard you say in the past, and I think I just heard you tonight, is when someone or a family is on the Hooray Health program and they go to urgent care, like your daughter's example, or my son, we thought we had this strep throat a couple months ago. We went down the street to urgent care on a Saturday or Sunday, I forget. And I ended up with a total of a $700 bill just to find out he didn't have strep throat, and they sent him home with yeah, you got a sore throat. But I paid $700 for that. So in this plan, had that same circumstance happen, I would pay $25.
That's correct.
That's pretty good. So
and Robert, no balance billing. So the contracts we have with the urgent care centers, we're not renting that contract. That's our contract with them directly. So we have an agreement that they won't balance bill. They'll provide all the services based on the contract rates we've got, and our insurance policy pays the balance.
Okay, well, we'll talk a lot more about this program. We just wanted to share it with the audience tonight as part of the Affinity Rewards program. We'll get into details and training as we roll this out, this part, and Jim, thanks for being on the call.
Thanks for having me. It was an honor.
All right, then we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. So, we recognize, like I said, insurance is very significant, important. It's part of your health elevating your health is more than just eating right and, taking dose and getting in shape. There's a lot of other nuances of health. And we've got really 3 layers to this health. Our insurance, let me just say insurance more than just health. So obviously, we have the health benefits card, which is, the ability to get the discounts. There's a little bit of cross-pollination here, but really, there's a price differential. And then we have this Hooray Health. And then, of course, we have LEH, which will be rolling out even greater values for you to have access to other insurance, such as auto and home and life and that kind of stuff. So we're gonna cover all the gamut of insurance to make sure you're covered. But the most important thing for both the health benefits card and Hooray Health is that as you elevate in rank, we're going to start paying for it for you. So as you see in this slide, this is really the purpose of this. It's one thing to give you access to Hooray Health at a rate you can't get publicly. This is an exclusive relationship with Hooray Health and Elepreneur. But this is really the piece that matters. This slide is that when John Pinkert was talking about that platinum level, right? All roads lead to platinum out of the gate. Almost every part of the bonus structure really starts at platinum. So does the Hooray Health coverage or partial coverage costs that we're going to pay for. So when you hit platinum, we're going to pay for 25% of whatever coverage you choose from Hooray Health. So if you're a single parent, you're a full-blown family, whatever that is, we're going to pay 25%. As you elevate in rank again at Diamond, we're going to pay half of it, 50%. Black Diamond, we're going to pay 75%. And when you achieve the rank of Royal Black Diamond, we're going to pay 100% of your Hooray Health costs for this benefits program. And not evidenced in the rank advancement slide, we didn't get this in there. Again, like I said, we still have some updates and modifications. We're also going to include the health benefits card based on rank advancement as well. Right now, you can access the health benefits card directly at a significantly discounted price as an Elepreneur, and everyone who buys the happiest pack, we include the health benefits card, as you know. What's coming next is that we're going to add the health benefits card into the equation also based on rank, so you have both. And we'll talk with the owner of the health benefits card next after this slide. This is my favorite part, believe it or not. I know everyone's talking about the money, and money's cool, but sending people on family vacations is cooler. And, having been in the travel industry for going on 23 years now, and being in the travel, direct selling space for years and years, I can't tell you how many times I've heard from or witnessed from stage families of people that have never been on vacation. I mean, literally, in too many cases that I've seen, have never left their home state, have never, get this, have never put their toes in the sand on a beach. There's literally millions of people, believe it or not, that have never gone on a real vacation. So we're really passionate about travel, and travel is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. By the convention, it's going to be, continue to grow. But this part of the rewards program is meaningful because it's really about dedication from you. In other words, that's why it's called the Stay the Course Reward. We really want you to dedicate 24 months to building your business, and we want to help you do that. But when you dedicate 2 years as an Elepreneur from the date you enrolled, after you get to your 2-year anniversary, and if you've maintained that platinum rank, again, everything's about platinum, if you've maintained that platinum rank 8 out of 12 months, which should be fairly easy, especially if you've dedicated a couple years, we're going to pay for your family vacation for the rest of your life. Of course, there's only one caveat. You got to stay with us for the rest of your life. But this is a long-term, big picture, legacy run, dare I say. But we want to help you and everybody that you know elevate their happiness by going on more vacations, and we want to pay for it. So it's a $5,000 value. It's for family members in the same household. It's for a family vacation. There's too many families that don't go on vacation. So that's the last part of this Affinity Rewards program. Again, it's a bonus, right? This is not even, anything more than you staying the course, making the commitment, don't quit. And, we're going to send you on vacation. Of course, we want you to get to platinum and beyond. And then we're going to send you on vacation. So with that, I am now going to bring, speaking of the health benefits card, our noble ambassador onto the call to close it out, to talk about what's coming in just 51 days. And that would be Mr. Wes Benson. Are you with us, Mr. Noble?
I'm with you. I'm with you, Mr. Robert Oblon. Thank you so very, very much. The late Zig Ziglar said that success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. And Robert, obviously, it's here now. The opportunity has met years and years of preparation on your behalf. And just a big thank you I want to send out personally to Jim DeVille and John Pinkert for finalizing our compensation plan. Folks, it's here and it's ready to go. And I'm so very, very excited because, Robert, after 27 years, almost 28 years now, full time in the networking industry, I've never seen anything quite like this. As a matter of fact, I know I'm rounding third base in my network marketing career, my relationship building career, and I am going to finish the tour as an Elepreneur. As I know many of you are here, Mr. Jim Tillman, Mark Willitson, I can't say enough good things about Mr. Jim Campbell. Guys, I'm excited to be here. And after all of these years, I've been building from event to event, 3 months to 6 months to the year end of